My name is Elaine Zappa. I was born February 17th, 1942, to Ed and Julia Sparks in Slayton, Minnesota. I have an older brother, Michael, who is 73. I have a deceased sister, and I have another sister who is just turning 59. Her name is Gail. My heritage is German, Norwegian, and Danish. My dad was 100% German, and I remember him talking about when his dad was younger, and he would be talking on the phone. They used to speak in German back and forth between the brothers and sisters and cousins. But when the war started, they decided they'd better not speak in German any longer, that they should speak English because, in those times communication was a little bit different and they could get in big trouble for being German. My mother's heritage is Norwegian and Danish. And I don't have a lot of stories about the nationality aspect of it, but I do remember going to the Danish church with my grandma. And it's still there. I think I've been in it probably about 10 years ago was the last time I was in it. It's just a darling little church, so much intricate woodwork. And we were just very quiet and didn't dare say a peep when we were in church with Grandma. When my brother Michael and I were little kids, we were inseparable. We were together all the time. He didn't mind if I played with him and his friends, all the guys. He never wanted to play with me and my friends, the girls. But that was fine with me because anything he could do, I thought I could do, and I would sure try to do it. We played cowboys and Indians on the dirt hills behind our house where they were building some new homes and piling the dirt up, and we thought that was just for us. Spent a lot of time out there doing that. In the winter, we would go sledding down a hill. We had to walk we lived on the edge of town, and we had to walk a few miles anyway, I don't know how far, to a place we always called the Trestle, which it was. It was a train bridge going over a little creek, and we'd walk out there in the winter with our little skis, and we'd ski down the little hills, and it was just so much fun. This picture is my brother Mike, myself, and our sister Joanne standing in front of us. We have on the most beautiful red corduroy coats and hats that my mother made on her old treadle sewing machine. And we just felt so dressed up. I think it was Easter Sunday. I see Michael has a suit on there. And I don't remember my mother ever making Michael's clothes, but she made just about everything that Joanna and I did. I remember that car. It was huge. Not just because we were little, but it was a huge car. My brother and I would stand on the running board, and my dad would tell us stories about his younger years. I remember that car. We'd drive to my grandma's, which was about 35 miles away. And in those days, the cars all had, I don't know what kind of seat covering it was. It was hot, especially in the summer. It was fuzzy and warm, and we would just about roast in that car. But getting closer and closer to Grandma and Grandpa's house made it worth the trip. The only thing we had was movies and the radio. And I'm pretty sure I went to just about every Saturday matinee. It cost 9 cents to get in, and because my mom gave me a dime, that gave me a penny to spend on candy, and there was a whole big piece of candy. The other entertainment I mentioned was the radio. And on Saturday mornings, we were glued to that radio. We'd listen to the Lone Ranger, and we'd listen to Sky King and his niece, Penny. I don't remember the nephew's name. And it was like a serial, like they had cartoons on TV. It was something you had to imagine in your head. And there was Arthur Godfrey, who had an entertainment show. He would have actors and singers and just different people on his show. It was kind of like Oprah Winfrey of your imagination or something. That was a big deal. Of course, we listen to the music, and every once in a while, a song will come back to me, and I'll sing it to one of my baby granddaughters, and they don't relate, but it gives me a thrill. I think I was lucky to grow up when I did grow up and where I did grow up. It was a small town. Everybody knew everybody. We would go outside in the morning. We'd play outside all day long. Maybe we'd come home for lunch, maybe not. I think just as long as we didn't leave town, we were okay.